Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture, 276. Cheers and so on. It is awfully quiet here. I know there's something wrong with the audio. Just a minute. Just a second. No. Nothing wrong with audio. It's just very quiet. I say it's nothing wrong. But it is very quiet. Doesn't matter. No. No, but what we have in the Workers and Resources Petroleum Prefecture, we have the second one of these electro-making complexes, maximum SS, yes, that thing. Maybe we will be able to make a few radios and televisions here. Anywho, to get to do that, we need a few things. We have a train distribution office, which is supposed to do like most of the things. We need crops and mechanical components. We need steel and wood and gravel too, right? But there is where you're unloading the stuff, and here is also where you're unloading the stuff. You don't need to keep them around. It's not how the distribution office works. That's right. There you're going to unload at an train aggregate unloading station. Can you imagine such a... I don't even know if this is going to work with the conveyors and so on. If it even has one. Yes, it does have a conveyor. Yeah, well, we do our best. There you're going to unload gravel. And here you're going to unload a few of the other things that we need. Steel, wood, crops, mechanical components, petroleum we pump in, and water we pump in too. Oil, they already have wood, gravel, yes, and mechanical components and steel for these places. Yes. I think that's all. Some of it, the road base. What happens to all these things after we brought them in here to take them to the factories? That some of that is maybe set up. We'll see. But we can go up here to Capital Town. Yes, Capital Town. There's a little bit of a problem. Not utopia, it's not a problem. But here, in the prefecture proper, there's a little bit of an issue. It is sort of eating up the population growth. We don't get any, since not all. We have free flats all over the place, and here the people do not move in so readily. Or in enough of a rate as to replace themselves. The thing you want here is the average lifespan, which is 49 at the worst building, 51, 54. What is the best one? It's like 68. It might even be the house of the purifying spring. No, it wasn't. But it was a neighboring house. One of these are the houses of the... Here is the house of the purifying spring. It was built to keep people out of pollution once upon a time. As pollution has spread slightly since then. Yes, but you were supposed to be fixing steel. Yes, we're going to get steel for them. Steel mill is we have like a lot of steel. Load steel. You have like a wood thing. Somewhere around here there is wood too. Yes. Or just go to the border for it. Oh, if we take it from here, it's a chance that we'll use our own produced wood. You know, I haven't replanted the forest in a while, and I guess I can't quite seem to find the place. Oh, but it ought to be in the vicinity of railroad, I'd imagine. Yeah, about here. Right. So you have steel and you have wood. You're also going to need a bit of this stuff, mechanical components. We have those in here, you see. Load mechanical components. Yes. They're actually full. Huh. Okay, well, you ought to be sending out trains. Not that that's... Wait, yes, they are sending out trains, which is great and lovely, but you're going to get mechanical components. Fantastic. The thing is just, we need any things that we don't make ourselves. What's this? What are you doing? Are you going to get steel, or are you? Very lovely. 490 tons. And short trains these are using. These train distribution offices are maybe not that great. Longer ones are better, as they can configure longer trains. Anyway, border station, please. Yes, we need to buy a bit of gravel. Still haven't found a solid rock. Well, actually, we do have solid rock up near Tourist Mountain, it appears. Load gravel. Anything else? There is one more thing that we need. We haven't accounted for yet, and that is crops. We have a great amount in here. Just please don't send too many trains at a time. There's really no good place to queue. No, where they'd have to queue would be here, and that would sort of block a lot of traffic. Yeah, so you can see what this locomotive is up to whilst it's happening. And we need to bring workers too, buses and such, but yes, we'll get to it. Speaking of workers, these are people that I picked from some orphanages, mainly orphanages in the capital proper. Put up here is now 25, and he had 100% criminality when he was in, and he's now in prison. Okay, and 97% criminality, no percent happiness. Are you going to do great there? So one of you has ended up in prison here. You're also in prison. Okay, great work there, children. How did you do? You are not in prison yet. You actually have reduced. You're not down to 44. They can get non-criminal out in the world too. It's not strict. You cannot only do it by sending them to I pressed the wrong camera button there, and I can't get to it quite. No, and now we're on board here, and it's very loud. Yes. You're still out in the world. 13% happiness. 100% criminality. Still haven't committed a crime or been found out, but you will be. You will. Quite likely, you too. Yes. This thing, food, a short food right now. They should be longer, you know. You should maybe not even do food. We could try turning it off. Yes. This is our railroad here. They have sort of, I don't know a good translation, ballat ur. It has gone off the rails a little bit, I suppose. Since we used to be all about the boats, now we're all about the trains. We have so many trains. So many, but we have a few. And a respectable amount of railroad, too. A truck out here, what are you doing? You're bringing fuel to the train diesel station, to a train diesel station. If you look at that, we're lovely. It's just incredibly loud. I think I should turn it down, maybe a bit slightly. Yes. Are we chasing something? Yeah, we're probably chasing the steel train we're chasing. Too many criminals. Not another crime spiral. God damn it, I'll reset the crime rate. Oh, but it's something I foresee is that we're going to need even more prisons. Or something. The problem with the current prisons isn't really the amount of prisons, but rather the low amount of people we have to work in them. And also the slightly messy layout of the place. As I get sad if by looking at this and thinking about it. 7 prisoners escaped last year too. Okay, great. This is no good. What the hell are you doing here? There's not enough workers in this prison. Not enough warders. Or wardens, maybe. Not enough warders anyway. So it does not have a good effect. It increases criminality. God damn it. Oh, good. That's a bit of a little bit of an acute thing then. So something you have to fix. Yes, but we're getting the new electronics factory up first and foremost. Oh yes, with the line of workers for Electro 4. But this is like the 4th place I'm building for making electronics. Students or people who do study. It says that it's not correct, but it doesn't matter. There you go, from there to here. Simple as that. And I'm also going to change around another line. You do one more thing. These end stations are worrying me a little bit. There's quite a bit of traffic. Can be, and now you're going to deploy how many more buses? A lot. I don't know if we have this many people who are without job, but we do have a few. The platform station is full, and so is this one. Excellent. It's just a little matter of actually getting the traffic to work too, but we'll see how it does. The food people too. I was thinking, since we have a line, they unload half the load on the bus here at the food making facilities. But and then who's ever left, it goes up there. But I don't think we don't need all these workers here. Buses are probably even going back with plenty of workers on board. So you do not do this one. You do this one instead. Okay, and now we're supposed to just wait for the traffic to pile up. Yes, then all these buses will also intermingle with various goods trucks. I'd imagine. When these here trains, still not even loaded on the steel yet, but you will be. You're moving. Actually making it pretty close. I only have a little bit of a ways to go. This is Utopia from the railroad. We did not get a plane landing this time. It was a very long train that was standing around there, getting fueled up, I think, and also blocking the road a little bit. Yes, are you going to sit? This is very loud, you know. Yeah, I just keep getting these messages that there are too many criminals around. Ugh. Not another crime spot. But no, the police officers are doing great. They don't have anything to do. Problem is just that in this house is fine. Here, there's one person probably who has an enormously high crime rate. Everyone else has nothing. 61%. You're working at the hospital. Yes, I wonder what you're getting up to. Television stations do fantastic, by the way. 96.4% rating. Have an effect on happiness and culture and government loyalty. 89.6% of the population has television. Yes, that is completely free, as we could see from the electronics factory complexes here. Yes, now if we could just keep these two places in people and in they're arriving in stuff. We don't have any stuff yet, but eventually, when the trains have been and done their thing, they will have the stuff. I will also have a lot of trucks going here all the time. Maybe sometimes. I don't know exactly how the might work at all this. That's the case. I'm a little bit screwed, but I don't know. We'll see. I think it's okay. It's like one... yeah, whatever it is. Oh, we got a decent amount of people in. 200. Yes, on much. Yes, we have affected this place a bit. But it's still running pretty decently. These people might be... Well, they're model citizens, almost all of them. Have high productivity now, very good. Good people. High productivity numbers. There is just one or two. That is the exception. That is a little bit low on in the 80s. Something. Okay. Yes, indeed. But these here trains, these are going to take forever. This one hasn't even made it to where it's supposed to get its stuff yet. I'm not sure about this green color neither. The standard yellow is the one that looks right. That orange one works pretty well too. That is definitely nothing wrong with. Or if it is brown, I don't know, but in any case. It's maybe not brown, but for an orange it is pretty brown. I guess. Yeah. So until these trains have done their little trips, we're not going to get anything for the people to do down there. Yes, this is also what the game is about, you know. As looking at your creation. And then here we're looking at the creation, and hopefully it's going to work. Might have forgotten about some resource, most likely. Go check at the place if we have everything incoming. That we should have. Check that, like. Thank you. You have a related vehicle, a GP40, that you're at the border, loading gravel. Very good. You should have at least 2. You have 3. Steel has been loaded. Crops has been loaded, and mechanical components have not yet been loaded. But this stuff is coming on its way. Fantastic. All the stuff is in use. Wait, you don't have any wood coming. Now what I did by 4 locomotives, gravel, crops, mechanical components, steel. Yes, and we're out of rolling stock too for the moment. The wagons. But that's all right. That's all right. What did you just do here? What is this train? This is some other train. It's not the train that is going to go to... Or what did it just do? Oh, this is the old distribution office down here. What the hell is happening? I was supposed to be following a train from here. Steel, gravel. We won't have any wood, but I hope that has this already done. This has made it lovely. Very short. You are. Unfortunately, we should have bought more wagons. And now it is dangerous to buy wagons when they're out. This is also a slightly stupid thing, since they can't quite reverse into the train distribution office. Also, the railroad isn't set up with such a switch, which would make them able to do that, but it doesn't. Anywho, if what you do here is you reverse the thing in, I think, to not have to do this enormous detour. Enormous, but you have every single train that is supposed to go in here has to return to the train distribution office, have to go out here to this roundabout, do a little loop, and turn around, and then go back into the train distribution office, and then get reconfigured for another job, and go and do that. How this will do compared to, we do have quite a beefy setup going on here for them, with enormous long trains driving straight into the factory. And here we expect these little things to do similar things or do other things. They're bringing more crops. Sounds like a plan. This ought to have mean that some of these trucks have started going around too. Oh? Quite see anybody, they must be around. You, for example. Yeah, great job there. Are you going for a refuel? Are you? Because we sort of happen to have fuel. I would think at your workplace. Storage. No, this is too long or something, it can't. Yes, but you can see it has fuel. Maybe it doesn't. That's a bad decision if it does not have. Check that, or make sure that it has, rather. Oh no. Yeah, the screen is filled with stuff. Effectively, we only have a very small surface to search. I sort of know where it is. Here it is. But you're not told to work with this. Pardon me. My bad. I'm going to fix that. Too many criminals. Too many criminals. No. Not again. Please, not again. That crime spiral death thing. Yes, the Scania box truck. It's going to be a while before we get the wood in. Think. Yes, we did not buy enough trains. And I don't dare die anymore. No, I dare not die anymore. Trains. Strakora cargo trains. Get crops. I'm going to turn you off and max you out with wagons. So when current trains are done, you do not send out any new ones. Oh, I have gravel too now. Dumpers, are you have not sprung into life? Or you have already done your work? No? But yes, you're supposed to get it and dump it there, but you're not doing it. Truck, unload gravel. I don't need to tell it. Load. Where are you getting your gravel from? Here. Truck aggregate loading. Load. Oh, quarried stone. Gravel. There was some reason for that not functioning. Now will you figure it out? It does not seem to be figuring it out. There is gravel available. You're now supposed to understand the concept of loading the gravel and unloading gravel. Yet you do not. Oh, the distribution offices may not work, but it worked for the train. Would stand to reason it ought to work here too. Not if the building that you're trying to do it at does not have electricity. Have I forgotten about actually constructing it? No, I have sort of forgotten about this area a little bit. Yes, we throw up a transformer, a substation. Transformer is what we will connect the substation to. There you go. It's going to work. That was not the correct construction offices. No, they will have a little bit they will manage, but this is going to be September or something until they have managed. Yes, what's on its way here? Concrete is on its way. Lovely. That is only a little bit of a ways away. And you're loading 8% of it. Is that might be all we need? I hope so. Yes, but that is it for the moment. I do believe will still be a while before we have all the stuff in down there. 890 kilograms of concrete it takes to build an electrical substation. Yes, thank you so very much for watching. I'm a little bit stuffy here for some reason. It is how it is with these things. Good night.